Hey guys, um, welcome back to my channel. It's me, your girl, Icy, and welcome back to another unboxing. I've been waiting for this unboxing literally all week because I had a Halloween project going on and I couldn't think of anything else because it was so time intense. Um, but I'm finally here. I'm finally filming this unboxing. And for me, this is literally the most exciting doll I have added onto my collection the entire year. She arrived on Tuesday, but as I said again, I had my Halloween project going on. But now it's done and people really loved it, which I'm very proud of. Um, I can finally do this and concentrate on this doll. So, um, if you know me, I really love the Monster High collaborations. Okay, so for example, I have the Wednesday dolls. I adore very many of the Skullector dolls, but I haven't had one um ever. Like I ordered the Sweet Screams Twyla, but anyways, she's not here yet. So we are talking about this doll. Actually, she was supposed to ship at mid-November, but she shipped mid-end October, and she arrived like very, very early. I think well, at least in the groups that I'm one of the very first ones to get this alien Monster High doll. So, how about we start finally talking about this collab? Um, because I think that first of all, let's start all over the box. So we have the front of the box, which is the doll itself. Um, on the inside, when I open up the box, there's usually a reflective film, but since already the box is reflecting, as you can see, I removed the reflective plastic so that we can have a better look instantly at the doll. I haven't done anything besides removing this plastic and taking a few photos for my Instagram. Yeah, anyways, this is the front, and I have to look how I handled this because it's so big it barely fits into my fake doll room. This is the back. I managed to turn it around. I really have to be careful. Um yeah, this is the back. It's like the iconic uh sorry, I just woke up. It's the iconic um that you know from the egg from the films, from the film posters, with the sentence of "In space, no one can hear you scream." And now I'm going to remove the outer shell because on the back of the box is also something written that I want to read out to you. Okay, so on the back of the box, since the doll is like a collab with the first Alien movie, we have a little interface that happened in the film, um, because Ripley did talk to the interface of Mother, which is written up there. And what am I doing? Again, I'm so sorry. I'm just still too tired. That's my mistake on filming when I just woke up. Anyways, I'm going to read this for you. um, it has like green and white writings, and the white ones are what is written from Ripley, and the green one is from the interface. Okay, so interface 2037 ready for inquiry. Logged in user Ripley. what's the story, mother? Alien life form breached the ship and dispensed with bulk of crew. Um, Life form location unknown, creeps stealthily, exhibits sleek biomechanical exterior, highly evolved, perfect organism. Request evaluation of current procedures to neutralize alien life form. Unable to clarify. Valuable data insufficient. Life form is lethal. Uses agile tail and corrosive biofluids as a defense mechanism. Direct confrontation is unwise. Request enhancement. No further enhancement. Life form and demonstrates near perfect attitude for survival, highly adaptive, superior strength, and deadly instincts. Its structural perfection is matched only by its hostility. What are my chances? Unable to clarify. Priority 1, ensure return of organism for analysis. All other considerations secondary. Crew expandable. And that's like one of the plot points, because in that moment, Ripley realized that the mechanical medical officer, I think it was, his mission is supposed to bring an alien life form, or at least the face hugger, back home, to Earth, which obviously went totally wrong. Um, I really loved that plot point, and I'm really happy that they incorporated this writing on the back, because it's like a really cool dialogue and a really cool scene, in my opinion. But I think I have talked more than enough of the outside of the doll. Let me just turn it around. I have to pause for that again. And then we can have a look at the doll. Ta-da! And here she is, still in her box. I'm going to go over the details in a few minutes. I just want to show what she looks inside of the box. Well, obviously there is the doll, and behind some paper, which you can't see yet, is a stand, because this doll comes with a stand, a certificate of authenticity, and the doll itself. But the way why I'm not already unboxing her is because I want to talk about the background, which you can see, because the design of the Nostromo, this is like the ship that the entire film plays in, is the design of the ship was intentionally very narrow and claustrophobic looking, so that it would increase the tension in the scenes of the film. And the film itself is very dark. It was because that they could hide the limitations of the suit, because in the film the xenomorph alien was played by a art student, which name I'm going to put on screen because I'm not trying to butcher that name. And he was chosen to play the xenomorph alien because that was a suit, obviously, because he was 2 meters tall and was super thin, and that gave him kind of inhuman proportions. So that's why they chose like this art student, which I really love, because in the film the alien is like, it's so cool. I really love the film. And yes, I did watch it before I did start this unboxing to know what I'm talking about. Because the last time I watched it was like 10 years ago. It's a while. Like I was it's a while since I watched the first Alien movie, so it was logical for me to watch it in the first in an instance before I unbox the doll, so that I'm back on track with that. Um anyways, I think that was it in my notes. Yep, that's it, at least for the background of the doll. So I guess I'm going to get her out of the box, pose her, and then I'm going to show you all of the details of the doll. And I'm definitely going to um give you even more facts about the alien in the film and about this doll, because I am prepared for once. I prepared film facts and doll facts. So I'm going to spill those because I have prepared them and you have to listen to them. I mean, you don't have to, you can always click away from the video. But, anyways, I'm going to take her out of her box, and I am very, very hyped because I have only seen her out of her box, out of this pose online and not in person. So let me just clear everything out. Wow. Um, First of all, I absolutely hate this stand. I don't like it. I cannot let her stand properly on it. If I touch her now, she will fall. So we go with that. um, Second of all, I have to look if I even have a stand that I can use on her, because she is having the big sister body, which means she's as tall as my Nephra that I have. The Mummy Majesty's Nephra, and she can also not stand properly on her fucking stand. Well, so, and I had to move my phone back a ton because she's so tall. You can see that she barely fits into my frame. And I'm not zoomed in. I'm not zoomed in. She's so tall, but she's so gorgeous as well. I just, I'm actually blown away how good she really looks. She is gorgeous and beautiful, and I'm genuinely so happy right now that I own this doll. Um, I really just, I still can't believe that I have her, that she's here. Let's see if I can fix this. No, I cannot. Well, anyways, then I guess that's what that is. um, and I really, I mean, I expected her to look good. I loved her when she was inside of her box, but now I'm just blown away. She really looks so damn good out of box. Um, she's gorgeous, like actually gorgeous. I have so many dolls, but this one is my number one favorite now because all of the details that I'm going to show you in detail in a few seconds. I mean, I have to zoom in anyways, and she won't be in frame the entire time. Um, for real, this is I'm just so happy. Um, I love her, and so that I stop admiring her, I'm going to tell you a few um, doll based facts, I think. Yep. Um, for example, the dome that she's wearing on her head, which is the reflective part right now, um, is because it's like a direct reference, obviously, to the film. Because in the first film, the dome of the xenomorph was very, very smooth and had no ridges. Um, and they actually wanted to use a clear one, but I think that was they didn't use the clear one because it was too heavy, or no, it was too fragile. That was it. And so they switched to the dark dome. In later films, the dome is having ridges on top and on the back, but in the first film, it's like very smooth and honestly, the very smooth design looks the most uncanny to me, and I love how uncanny that looked. And her body sculpt, I really have to talk about the big frame right now. So because when I move, she will fall. Her body sculpt is like the typical Monster High proportions, obviously, and she has all of the standard um Monster High articulation points. Um, I mean, she has, as I already mentioned, the big sister body, so she is taller than the others. Um, but her sculpt itself is very biomechanical, since it's the inspiration of, I think he's called, what is he called? And HR. See, I just wanted to say HP. HR Geiger, who originally designed the Xenomorph alien anyways. Um, and on her clothing, you can see a lot of reference to the film, and I'm just genuinely super happy about that. I'm going to show it in a few seconds. And this doll, in my opinion, is like super special because, in my opinion, you can see that the designers really thought about everything, about all of the little details, and like they put the doll so well together. Um, and I like, I'm still so blown away by it. Um, and I think, yeah, exactly, that's what I wanted to say. That her tail, which you can see a tiny bit over there, um, is like way longer than the usual Monster High tails we have, for example, for Toralei. Why do I mention Toralei? Because you can actually, you're supposed to be able to bend the tail of the Xenomorph, and it's longer so that it fits better to the Xenomorph from the film and to the original design, and is not very short like a Toralei tail. Um, I think I can compare it in a few seconds. I just have to get the doll. Oh, and also I'm going to compare her to my Mummy Majesty's Nephara. Um, as long as I'm in the big frame. Okay, so I tried to put them as close together as I could, and as you can see, wait, I have to move the camera a tiny bit. Okay, as you can see, like Nephara and the Xenomorph are exactly the same height, and I put Toralei next to it to share it. Like, they are standing all on the same platform. They all are on official Monster High stands. Um, so yeah, you can see that Nephara is the same height and Toralei is a bit tinier. And now I'm going to compare the length of Toralei's tail, which is also bendable, because this is, by the way, a Crepro Toralei, which I restyled. So I'm going to compare the length of the both tails. Give me a second for that, because now I have to change camera and zoom in. Okay, so I first of all, it looks so weird having Toralei's tail bent out straight. But I want to show you where the actual Xenomorph tail ends, because it's hard to see on my video. It ends here. Can you see it? Here, it ends here. So there is like a different, whoopsie, of about this much. So it's actually like, I'd say, a difference of 5 centimeters. Also, Toralei is standing a bit in front, so it's even a bit more of a length difference. In person, it's like a lot more. It looks a lot more. Yeah. So comparison of tails, I've done that. Okay, so since I have to take her closer to me and away anyways, I put her on a very much cheaper stand, which I can get her off a lot easier. I did bend her tail back up again so that it does not look strange to me anymore. Um, I think I'm going in and we are going to look all over her gorgeous details. Or do you want me to yap even more about facts? I don't think so. You want to see the doll up close, which I'm going to get you now. I think we start with her head. Great, you can see my fingerprints already on the dome. So yeah, advice from me, don't touch the dome too much because you will see where you touched it and you have to clean it. I'm going to do that later on. Okay, so talking about the head first, she has a very elongated head, or at least it's supposed to look like that because she's having hair. The hair is there's a plastic piece in the middle, and this is all gelled down. And she is, you can put her hair down, but I think I don't want to put her hair down for a while. I really love this head shape they were able to do with this hairstyle. Like, it's just, it looks so good, and it's such an interesting way of making the alien head shape with that. I think I tried to remove the dome so that we can look at her face in a few minutes. The head, by the way, feels pretty heavy, but also pretty steady. I mean, you can actually pose her very fucking well. I'm not used to be able to pose my dolls that well, and as you can see already through the dome, that she's having eyes. The original alien design is not having eyes, but in later films you can see that there is a skull where it could have been eyes, but the Xenomorph does not have eyes. It's just because Monster High still sells dolls and they need a face. I personally would have find it so cool if this doll would not have eyes, but I still love the approach they did on those eyes. But let me try to take the hive headpiece off, the dome off, so I can show you her beautiful face. While taking this part apart, I just did find a lot more details in it, and also there is thread that is keeping the dome on the head of the doll. But anyways, look at those details. I mean, you can see it up on the top, but not when it is on the doll's head because it is so dark. So this is also, it is 3D, and it shows like rib spine like features. It's really cool because you can see it a tiny bit from this angle, but like when it is off, it looks really, really cool. And I did not know that, and I don't know if anyone has shown it before, but yeah, that's what it looks like on the inside of the dome. Ta-da! Her hair absolutely stays in place. There is gel everywhere. I'm going to put the dome back on her once I finished you showing the face. This is her face. I think this is such a beautiful face. She has like so many. Wait. Let's just zoom in a bit more. Um, she has like a lot of stars and reflections in her eyes because she is like the she is from space. So I think they wanted to show that. The eyes, in my opinion, just simply reflect space. And the white of the eyes is actually gray, and her makeup is on fleek. She has like eyebrows that are actually, it looks more like folds than actual eyebrows. Her lips are a glossy black, and she has on her face indents that the original Alien has as well. Um, Generally, this doll is full of um, details and ridges and um, it looks biological and mechanical, especially this little part. It looks so cool. And I think I did not get a wonky one in camera. She looks pretty damn perfect to me. So I'm double happy that I got such a beautiful, beautiful doll. Next up is her chest piece and her robe thing. Those are two separate things. The chest piece is supposed to mimic an exoskeleton, and she has the iconic tubes on the back of her head, on the back of her back as well. The tubes are not hollow though. Okay, I had a few technical difficulties. I'm sorry. We are going to continue talking about this doll. So the last point where I stopped was about the tubes, and they are obviously not hollow. They are in the film, or at least they look hollow in the film. On her back is this little piece. It is on her body. It is actually, it wiggles, so it is in her body, and not a chest piece. As you can see on her back, the exoskeleton of the extra piece goes around all the way. But you can obviously take it off if you want to. I don't want to. Yeah, and underneath the chest piece is, first of all, there's a bodysuit to mimic the rest of an exoskeleton, and as well as a robe, or at least the upper part of a robe, which is also shiny and reflective. It is purplish and greenish at the same time. I really love that one. That design choice wise, I love that. It has symbols and a design on it, which I cannot specify any further because I'm not smart enough for that. So if you know what this is supposed to resemble, please tell me. I just think it's goo and mechanical stuff. Goo. I meant gooey stuff on her. So yeah, as I already said, there's this thin bodysuit which is supposed to mimic more exoskeleton stuff. Her arms are also very, very detailed and has this extra little thingy coming off from the arm. And talking about the arm, we have to talk about this hand, because this is the most unique hand mold I have seen so far. It looks so interesting, and is like so detailed. I really love the fact that they split the fingers to look more like claws, and I just love that concept. I don't think she can hold very much, but it still looks super cool, and yeah, I'm happy with that choice. In general, the details, they really went all in with all of those details. Going further down, we are talking about her robe. I'm going to take her robe off in a few minutes so that we can look at her legs a little better. But I just want to show you the design of the robe, because first of all, we have a chest burster right here. We have more gooey stuff. Inside we have a little tag that says Skullector 2025, but that's not the important part. Yeah, we have like more mechanical, abstract, and gooey stuff on here, and also the very iconic planets that you can see in the beginning of the film. The planet silhouettes is the right word for it. And this design is on the other side of the robe part as well. This is the middle part, and still very, very reflective, very, very blue and purplish shiny. So shiny, in fact, that my camera does not like to focus on it. I'm going to take it off. It is very flimsy, actually. It's very, very flimsy. But that's fine if I don't move the doll around too much. And as I said, it is repeated on this side, the pattern. Yeah, I'm going to take it off and we have a look at her legs. Now her legs. By the way, I had to refilm all of this because my mic was out of battery and I switched to the second mic I have, and I really hope I don't. This one does not empty. Anyways, legs, alien doll. So please focus. Thank you. These are her upper legs. They have ridges, but not as much as the lower leg. It has, again, a lot of details on like those are so tiny details, but I really love them very, very much. This is so close to the actual alien, to the xenomorph, to the design. You really can see the designers did their research on this doll. The lower legs look a little bit different. They have this this kind of structure on their back. Come on, focus, please. Focus. Yes. Genau. Okay. Whoops, slipped German in there for a second. So the legs look different than the lower legs look different than the upper legs, but I love that because on the upper legs they have an interesting design on the front and the lower legs have the interesting design on the back. Coming from the legs to her feet and shoes, these are her shoes. On her feet, you can see, like on the calf and on the heel part of her foot, there is also this thingy. I don't know what it's called. Please tell me what it is called. I call them thingies from now on. And it is also part of the body sculpt. Like, this is really one of the most unique body sculpts I have seen so far. Because there's just an insane amount of details everywhere, and I am so here for it. Her shoes have on the front part, there's a face hugger which is wrapping around her leg. And if you look really close, the bottom part here is the xenomorph mouth, which I really think is an underrated detail. Under her feet, there's nothing in particular. It's just, at least it is a design somewhat. And the heel part, I think, is supposed to represent a tail, or her tail, I think. If you can identify that, please let me know. I just think those heels look gorgeous. They are all, as well as the entire doll, like so damn detailed. And her feet, like her toes, are actually claw like. If my phone wants to focus. Yep, they look also claw like and are I don't want to take the shoe off. I have seen someone say that they can break very easily. I'm going to try to show you. If it breaks, it breaks. Whatever. Ta-da! I managed to get the shoe off. This is her foot without the shoe. So yeah, again, details over details over details, details everywhere. I just love how much thought went into this doll. Of course, there is something that we have not talked about it yet, and this is the tail. Her tail is looking very spine-like and aligns with the spines on her back, which you can see a bit here. This is also, yeah, it just expands and goes into this extraordinary long tail. And the tip of the tail actually reminds me of, if it would like to focus, it reminds me of the tip of an scorpion. And I really love that as well. Yeah, her tail is super long. Her tail is actually like bendable, and you can, if you want to, bend it. I don't like to bend the tail that much. I think I like it when it's going up. Yeah, I like how that looks. You cannot see it. I'm going to show you to it for in a few seconds. So yeah, I think I covered all the details of this doll. By the way, I did put her dome back up again, as I said. So yeah, let me reassemble this doll and let me give you my final thoughts and rambling about this, because I have a few facts still about this doll and the film that I want to tell you. Okay, so I think I like this pose for her the most. But I'm honest to you, I think, sorry, I noticed that on that the facehugger part was on her foot. Anyways, I think that this doll looks this the best to me. And I honestly think that it almost does not matter how you pose this doll, because she slays in every single pose. You can pose her however you want and she will just look stunning. It's I cannot explain why, but for me it really looks like you can pose her however you want and she will look fucking awesome. So I have a few facts still here, but I think I have told you almost all of them. Well, give me a few seconds and I will find the facts that I have not told. Okay, so for the first fact that there is the fact that in comparison to the original Xenomorph from the film is the fact that they gave the Monster High doll eyes. And they totally designed them by themselves, because the original concept art does not have any eyes anywhere. And that's exactly why it feels so strange in the film, the alien, because the alien is having no eyes, so it feels uncanny. And when the dome is over the eyes and you can only partially or almost see the eyes, it has, for me, it absolutely still gives this uncanny effect. And on the robe is a chest burster on there, as I have shown you, and that is because the life of a xenomorph, or the life cycle, was inspired by parasitic wasps and deep sea creatures, which is, well, I mean, have you seen a facehugger? They totally give off some deep sea creature vibes, because who the fuck knows what is all of down there in the sea? Um, and I just have found the very interesting part in my notes that H.R. Geiger originally designed the creature to look even more sexual and disturbing, but the studio for the film had to tone that down. And I did my research, and I don't know if I'm allowed to put up some pictures, so I don't risk it. But I looked up some of the artworks that H.R. Geiger did, and holy fuck, yes, more sexual, totally, absolutely. So I totally understand why the studio did tone it down a lot. But I think with the making of this doll, they gain the alien doll, or the alien xenomorph gained back a bit of its more sexual appealing because they used a female doll as the base. So I think they gave it back a bit. But like not too much that this doll feels way too over-sexual. In my opinion, it's the right mix between alien and, like, for example, Nephra, because she's the one I can refer to the most since they are the same height. Yeah, I think that were the facts that I had prepared. And I think that was it for the entire video then. I am more than happy to finally own this doll. She is incredible. I am thrilled to have her. She is the most beautiful doll in my collection to date. Like, I don't know if I will even get one that is prettier. I think close is the Sweet Screams Twyla that is still yet to arrive. I don't know when she will be shipped, but she has to arrive. So yeah, this doll is definitely my number one in my collection. I think I'm going to take a few pictures of her and upload them later this week on my Instagram. So thank you very, very much for watching this video and hear me rambling about this doll despite technical difficulties. And I really hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, because holy fuck, I have to repeat myself. I am genuinely happy that she is here, and she is absolutely insane. So yeah, thank you for watching, and give this video a like if you liked my rambling, and give me a subscription if you want to, because I do this weekly, not with Skullector dolls. I'm not that rich. I bought her myself. So anyways, thank you for watching, and I hope I see you next week again. That's it. Bye.